So if you need to write a formal business plan for your business, what is the ideal length? What is the sweet spot? Because business plans could be 3 or 5 pages, they could be 30 to 50 pages. So what is the best length of a formal business plan? Well, guess what? The answer to that question is it depends, which is like the answer to almost every question when it comes to business. So for starters, what is a formal business plan? Well, that's a formal written document that contains all the information about a business. And for a new business, it'll include financial projections. For an existing business, it will have financial reporting of what's actually happened financially. And these formal business plans are often used to obtain a business loan, to attract investors, to maybe apply for grants, maybe to get a commercial lease, various things like that. Now, I do write formal business plans for clients, and I also guide them in writing their own business plans. And what I tell every business is that not every business needs a super formal business plan, but every business should be planning and documenting their thoughts and their goals and their startup costs and information about the business. But if you don't need a super formal business plan and you don't want to write one, you don't have to get really formal with it, but at least document your startup costs and what your operating costs are going to be, just for your own sake. I think that's really important. But if you don't need to write like a super formal 40-page business plan, then I wouldn't bother unless you really want to. I mean, it still is a good practice. You're going to learn a lot. You're going to ask yourself a lot of questions about the business, but it is a huge undertaking to write one that lengthy, that detailed, and in that formal way. But so back to the question, how long should a formal business plan be? Again, it depends. It depends on who's reading it. Who is your audience? And I've said that in other videos, like you want to be mindful of who your audience is before you present something, because different people, different organizations, different demographics want to know different things or hear different things or care about different things. So even with formal business plans, they can go to different audiences. Like I said, those can go to investors, they can go to conventional lenders, they can go to landlords, they can go to potential business partners, and all of those parties are looking for something a little bit different. So before you even write one or finalize one, figure out who it's going to be for and what they're looking for and what their requirements are. I find the strictest requirements are for conventional lenders or different like economic development organizations that are providing loans or grants. So I've written one that's about 40 pages long and lots of financial statements, and that was for an economic development organization. So they were very strict about what they wanted, and I just got a clear list of what they wanted and wrote it appropriately. Whereas on the other hand, sometimes landlords, like let's say a shopping mall, they might require a business plan as well for someone who wants to become a tenant at the shopping mall. And their requirements are going to be a lot less strict, and there's going to be less criteria and information that they require in the formal business plan. So a business plan for a conventional lender or an economic development organization might be 25 to 45 pages long, and that's what they require. Whereas the landlord at the strip mall, the shopping mall, maybe they only want 5 pages because all they really care about is, making sure the business is viable, that you're going to be able to pay rent. And they also want to know some basic information about your business to see what you're selling, just to make sure it kind of fits in with, what they want in the shopping mall or the strip mall. And also to make sure you're not directly competing with someone else in the mall, because they don't want like too much competition within the facility. So what they care about is different than a conventional lender, and what they require is going to be less detailed and less lengthy. Whereas with a conventional lender, they're going to want to know way more about you. They're going to want to see more financial projections. They're going to want more information about the business and the goals and all those different things. So again, it depends mostly on the audience, who's reading it and what do they want to see. So for example, if you're trying to get a business loan through your bank, I would talk to the account manager, the account representative, and just ask them what they want to see. Like, what financial statements do they want to see? What do they need to know about you? What do they need to know about the business? Ask for a list of details that they want included in the formal business plan so that you can write or at least tailor your business plan according to what they're looking for. So that's my suggestion when it comes to writing a formal business plan. Again, it depends. And if you want to see a sample of a formal business plan, I have one on my website, and I will leave a link to that in the video description below. And if you enjoyed this video, please click like, and feel free to check out my YouTube channel, where I currently have over 190 videos that cover business management and business startup topics. And if you want some guidance or advice on formal business plan writing, feel free to book in a free initial consultation with myself, and I will also leave a link to that in the video description below.